So I got a new paramotor. I've gone through a decent amount of new paramotors, but it still blows my mind that you can go on the internet, order something, it shows up in a box or multiple boxes, and you essentially just had an aircraft delivered to your doorstep. So if you guys have been following along, you would know that I am giving away my primary paramotor, my Maverick with the Moster 185, as well as, if you're not already a pilot, training with my friends at Aviator Paramotor in Lake Wales, Florida. To enter that giveaway, check out tuckergott.com. We've got brand new designs like the space design. We got the paracamping and the maximum enjoyment designs as well. Every $5 spent on the web store gets you one entry to win those fantastic prizes. And as such, since I'm giving away my primary paramotor, I had to get a new one. In this video, I'm going to assemble my brand new paramotor, and I want to tell you guys why I selected each component. So in this box is a Parajet Maverick. Full disclosure, Parajet sent this Maverick over free of charge. In this box is a Vittorazzi Moster 185 MY22, the newest version of this engine. It's actually the 10-year anniversary of the Moster, and full disclosure as well, Vittorazzi sent this engine over free of charge in turn for this video. So let's get started. Why did I select a Moster 185 and a Maverick? Truth be told, I'm working on a bigger project, a different paramotor that's going to be more extreme, higher performance, and quite unique. But in the meantime, I wanted something reliable and proven, and that's what this setup is to me. As far as the Moster goes, for pilots getting into the sport, I always recommend they check out Vittorazzi engines. Regardless of what frame it's mounted to, if you're a lightweight pilot, the Atom 80 is perfect. If you're a normal to heavier pilot, the Moster 185 is the motor for you. When it comes to the Maverick frame, I've really been loving my Maverick over the past couple years. It's durable, it's proven, it does everything I want it to. It's just a fun paramotor to fly. So the Moster 185 and the Parajet Maverick, it's a proven, reliable setup, and it's gonna keep me well occupied until my future, more extreme, insane paramotor arrives. So to begin the assembly, I got the Moster mounted up to the Maverick frame. If you're wondering, I used the giant hammer as a counterweight because without the weight of the engine, the frame will tip over. I used Loctite on all 4 bolts and torqued them down. Now, as far as the Moster goes, I mentioned that it's the 10-year anniversary of the Moster 185. That means there's been 10 years of evolution and refinement going on with this engine. I think the Moster 185 is the most popular engine in the paramotor world. It's the most desired, and there's a reason for that. It offers great performance, a very respectable power to weight ratio. The fuel consumption allows you to do nice cross-country flights. I typically burn about 4 liters per hour. The design is compact. The vibrations are minimal. It's a very comfortable, sporty engine to fly. It really is a do-it-all type engine. It could be your very first paramotor engine and the one you fly for life. It's won competitions and world records. And for the MY22 version, they've had a number of improvements, including the starting system. They've made it more robust so the pull starter is much less likely to fail. They've improved the silencer system, specifically how the bracket attaches and mounts the silencer to the rest of the exhaust. I've had issues with this in the past, so that's really nice to see that they've improved it. They've also improved the intake system, specifically the plastic piece that connects the airbox to the carburetor. And finally, they've updated the clutch with new pins. To complete the assembly of my paramotor, I installed and wired the throttle, plumbed the fuel lines, installed the cage netting, mounted my reserve, and lastly installed the propeller. From here, I took the brand new paramotor out to Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania for its first flight. We're on the road again. I have the toy hauler in tow behind me. Inside the toy hauler, I have the Trekmobile and my brand new Maverick, and we're headed to Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. Ironic, I know. Every summer, Aviator Paramotor does some travel courses up here. So right now they're actually training new students to fly. A bunch of my friends are coming out, and this is gonna be a video about the shenanigans that we get into this weekend. So I'm super stoked on this new Maverick. I think it turned out great. It's worth noting that Parajet actually keeps stock of all the popular configurations that can be shipped within 24 hours. Or if you want something custom, they can have it made and shipped within 2 weeks. So if you're looking for a fresh Maverick, be sure to hit them up. Additionally, with this being a brand new Moster, it does require a proper break-in. I didn't go into the details here because it's a pretty technical and lengthy process. However, Vittorazzi has a very good video which details the process, which I will link in the description. All right, welcome to Jersey Shore, Pennsylvania. I got the toy hauler set up. I got all the gear out, which means I got the nice cozy couches in the back. Got the brand new Maverick Mobile ready to go. They're actually flying students right now, which is super cool. And it's early in the day, but the winds are like perfect. So I'm gonna put some gas in the Maverick. We're gonna take to the sky and see how she performs. I wanna show you guys like a tour of this area, Jersey Shore, because there's a lot of really beautiful flying. There's a couple really tight tunnels surrounded by trees. The river's really low, so you can foot drag it all day. There's a big mountain over there. So we're gonna fly around and I'll give you guys the grand tour. Not surprisingly, the brand new Moster fired up first pull. It ran perfectly for the first flight, and I felt right at home on the Maverick.
First flight on the new Maverick. She is barking. So I set up my speed bar. I haven't had speed bar set up on any of my paramotors in a good long time. Seems legit. Make a couple quick harness adjustments, and I want to give you guys the whole encompassing Jersey Shore tour. That's a tongue twister. First stop is over here, the tree tunnel. Every year these trees sag a little bit lower and it gets a little bit tighter and a little bit more sketchy. Thing thin. That's scary. Okay, let's go check out the river. So the beautiful thing about the river here is it's so low, you can just foot drag most of it with no risk because it's only a couple inches deep. Here's how you break in a paramotor the right way. Through the corn tunnel, into the water foot drag. Got Josh McGee on his 14-meter drift air. I told him I want a drag race. We are equally matched. Hell yeah. First impressions, Maverick feels dialed in. Got the harness adjusted right. Moster is feeling super nice. She's smooth, she's purring, she's running perfectly right out of the box. No adjustments needed. So as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this setup is like my all-around, reliable, everyday motor. And pretty soon I'm gonna have the with the big 140 prop and the big frame, and that's gonna be the beast mode setup. Love that this river is so low, you can just get out, foot drag it. Nice and easy. So on the river here, everyone's telling me that you can fly right along this bridge and then dip out into that cornfield. Right, Jets! Right down the highway. Hell yeah. This setup, I really enjoy. The Moster, I love the fact that you can pull one out of the box. You know exactly what you're gonna get. A reliable power plant. Ooh, look at that glassy mirror water. You can just get it out of the box, put fuel in it, pull start it, and you know it's gonna work. And I love that. Same sort of thing with the Maverick. It's just proven. It's simple, it works, it's everything you really need. I'm getting my shoes soaked right now, but it's so good. I can look down and see through the water. It's so clear and shallow. All right, very successful first test flight. Normally I like to make the first flights on a new motor kind of short. I like to come down and make sure everything's good, especially since I basically assembled this thing myself.
So as I was saying, I like to keep my first flight short. a new motor so I can check over the motor. And in this case, everything looked good, except I noticed my gas tank was like vacuum sucked in, which means my vent isn't working properly. So I have to check that out. Josh over there, like the NASCAR pit crew, just giving buddy a prime and a quick tug. Many times I often enjoy just filming other pilots and talking trash about them rather than flying. Why am I walking? Give him a tug, Josh. Will he get in the air? There she goes. Just don't forget the leg straps. Is it seriously idling that high? Just dudek things. There he goes. He's way too fast. You're way too fast.
Yeah, I'm way too fast. Tucker, everybody's video.
Well, everyone's packing up. I gotta figure out why my vent's not working in my fuel tank, or else that's gonna be a motor out. So I might text the guys at Parajet and see if I have a solution by the morning. So I did reach out to Parajet about the fuel cap issue, and turns out it was just a faulty fuel cap. So they immediately shipped me a handful of new fuel caps. Thanks, Parajet. Shout out to your customer service. This morning, I just watched my friends fly around, and I watched some of the brand new aviator students take to the sky who were all doing super well, until I realized my buddy Josh left his dirt bike unattended. It's midday here at Jersey Shore, and we only ever fly sunrise and sunset, so midday at these gatherings is when people normally go out, find activities to do, take naps. My buddy Josh, whose dirt bike is right over there, he's out and about somewhere, and I figured I'd go try to steal his dirt bike. This is where I flew last night. I came down here and foot drugged the water over there, and just on the other side is that big tree gap that's scary. Thanks for the ride, Josh McGee. This thing's pretty sick. Well, onward and upward. What up?
Tucker's gotta have it,
Dude,
right?
I got here, and the bike's not here, and since my helmet
Oh, and you
was
guys
in
thought
the
I
van,
died?
I was like, bro, what the going on? How was it?
Awesome.
Yeah?
I went out to the island,
Nice.
all the way out there. So the final day at Jersey Shore, my man Josh has been super into slalom and speed bar recently, which is half the reason I need to put my speed bar on because I can't keep up with him. My buddy Dan took his girlfriend Tia on a tandem flight with my Trikmobile, which was pretty awesome. And then I decided to take the Maverick Moster out for one final flight. The air was kind of trash this night, but Josh and I found that the air over the river was nearly perfect. And then we stumbled upon this random guy on a jet ski. It took a little convincing and me motioning for him to race us, but he finally caught on and started to race us up and down the river. Josh and I were having a blast, just stomping speed bar over the water, knowing that the water was shallow enough that it was relatively safe, and trying to keep up with this guy on the jet ski. He would rip a turn and we would come off bar and rip a turn with him, but then on the straightaways, he was just a little bit faster than us. It was so much stupid fun. I don't know why I haven't had speed bar hooked up on my paramotor in so long. I miss it. Shout out to jet ski guy though, that was pretty awesome. I tried one random wingtip drag on the water and I didn't think I was gonna get it, but I actually planted it and felt pretty good. After that, I made my way back to the airport and came in for the final landing at Jersey Shore. So overall, huge thanks to Vitarazi and Parajet for sending out this new gear. It's going to be my go-to paramotor, and look forward to the new, powerful, extreme, unique paramotor coming very soon. Also, be sure to check out the new designs on tuckergott.com. Make sure you get entered to win the giveaway for a chance to win your own Parajet Maverick and training with Aviator Paramotor. Until the next episode, have fun, fly safe, peace.